Hello there, this is the Bookkeeping Master on YouTube. Welcome to another free Sage tutorial video. In this video I'm going to show you and teach you how to write off debt. So that could be debt, invoices that customers owe us. Write-offs is just right here. It could also be debt that we owe suppliers. So if we're writing off debt that we owe suppliers, there's write-offs just here. If this icon isn't showing, you might have to right click and then tick write-offs for it to show. So it's not currently showing. If I right click, go down and tick write-offs, it then shows. That's the same for the customer module, the sales ledger as well. If you want to credit an invoice or refund an invoice, that is slightly different, and I do have a video all about that. You'll be able to find it on my YouTube channel. So write-offs. Let's start with ABS garages. So with ABS garages here, let's click on activity. This process is the same, by the way, if you're using Sage 50 Cloud, Sage 50 accounts, Sage Instant accounts, and maybe some other Sage products too. So we have two outstanding invoices here. We have this 253331 and 76346. The first thing you need to know about writing off debt is the invoices have to be outstanding, or at least part outstanding. There could be a part payment against one of these invoices. It's the same with the supplier side. The invoices actually have to be outstanding. You can't write off invoices that have been paid. There has to be some sort of debt on the account. So ABS garages, what we'll do is we'll click write off up here, and we have a number of options. You can actually process refunds through write-offs too. There is a refund feature that's specifically for refunds, and I go through that in another video. But you can refund here. The write-off options are down the bottom here. We have write-off customer accounts. That's to write off everything that's outstanding on that customer's account. We have write-off customer transactions. So there are very specific invoices that we want to write off. We'll choose this one. If we want to write off a certain value, you can put the value down here, and with this option. Then this bottom option is to write off small overpayments. So you may have some customer accounts that are showing like a penny or a cent outstanding on their account. That's quite common. A customer may have overpaid by a penny or a pound or a few pounds. In order to write those amounts off, it's this option down here, write off customer small overpayments. You would put in the penny or whatever it is in this lower box, click next, and just follow along with the wizard. But let's write off customer transactions. So we have two invoices, and let's say we're going to write one of them off for ABS garages. So we have another look. We have this invoice here and this invoice here. So let's write off this lower one. So we go to ABS garages. We click on write-offs. So write off customer transactions. So we're going to write off a specific invoice, not the whole account. If we want to write off the whole account, it's going to be this top one. So let's go in here, ABS garages. So we're selecting our customer. This is the same process for suppliers as well. You just go through write-offs through the supplier module, the purchase ledger, rather than the customer module, the sales ledger. So ABS garages, we now have our two outstanding invoices. We want to write off this one, 76346. We can click next. We put in the date that the write-off is going to happen. So it could be today's date, it could be the end of a financial year. If our financial year ended 31st of December 2022, we could put that in there. We can put in a reference. You can put whatever you want, blah 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 blah, whatever's going to make sense to you if you refer back to this transaction at a later time. Let's click next, and then it's asking us if we want to post using this date or a return to payment allocation. Let's just post using this date. Okay, so that's the date I selected, 31st of 12, 2022. So I now click post. Sage is going to jump around a bit because it does take a lot of time. Sage likes to take its time processing these write-offs. So my Sage is actually locked and it's processing that write-off. Okay, so that has now gone through. So if we look at the activity on ABS Garages, you can see we have a bad debt write-off, 76346, 31st of December 2022. If I go to the bad debt nominal code, you'll be able to see that it's been posted as an expense. Here we go, bad debt write-off to this account. So we go to activity, 31st of December, 76346. So it's posted against this as a write-off expense. It's exactly the same process for suppliers. You'll see that the box is pretty much identical. Let's just do one more. Let's get out of here. Let's write off a whole customer's account. So Bookkeeping Master, if we have a look what's in here, there's just one invoice in there. Let's have a look at business exhibitions. Okay, so we have two invoices here. No, let's find something else. Cheese factory. No, all I want to do is write off a customer's account. 1800. That's one. We might have to add some invoices. Essex Supplies. That's one. Example customer. Okay. So example customer here, we have two invoices, a 6,000 and a 3156. If we want to write off that whole account, we go to write-offs, write off customer account, example customer, what is it? Example customer 1. Okay. Click next. That's our two invoices that it's going to write off. So if you have, say, 20 invoices, they'll all show in this list. You don't have to highlight them. You just click next. Put in the date. Let's do the same date as before, 31st of December. Click next. And then post. It's now going to take its time writing off that customer's account. Okay, so that has been done. There's a zero balance on their account now. If I go to activity, you can see the bad debt write-off down the bottom, the amount that's been written off, the two invoices that have been written off, and this has been posted to 8,100, that bad debt nominal code. So hopefully this helps. Thank you so much for watching. I have loads of other free videos. Just check them out on YouTube. I can teach you the basics of Sage, the most advanced features of Sage, all for free. All on my YouTube. Go have a look.